Negativity is kind of like a cold. It is highly contagious, and if you are around long enough, you are bound to catch some of it. Hi, everyone, and welcome. Today, I'm going to teach you 9 powerful ways to stay positive around negative people. Step 1. Pay attention to your triggers. When someone or something is affecting you in a negative way, spend some time figuring out why it's making you feel that way. The particular reason for the circumstance is different things, but the different people. Figuring out your triggers is important because they are warning signs. You will want to know what you can and can't handle. This is how you can determine how serious the situation is for you. Sometimes, negative situations can bring feelings you had at the other time in your life. Like if you are in a toxic relationship and then a coworker starts treating you the same way. If you could find that the negative people are setting off too many triggers for you to handle, it's probably best for you to distance yourself from them as best as you can. Step 2. Make sure to speak up. If you are at your workplace with a toxic coworker, make a point, tell your boss and tell the right people so that they will be aware of what is going on. In case it's affecting how you do your job or how you function daily, it's time to speak up about it. A negative environment is not the norm, and it can be quickly turned toxic. That's why it's good to just let people know what's going on. That might mean talking to a trusted friend who can give you different perspective on it. Just remember, if something is affecting you in a negative way, and if it's having a huge impact on your overall well-being, it's not complaining or wrong if you decide to say something about it. Step 3. Think about all of the good things in your life. A good way to fight off the negative thoughts is to think about the good things. Just remember the things that make you feel great. Maybe that's your family or your pet, your kids, your husband, anything, or even the comfort of your home. These are pretty much the things that will bring you out of the negativity. So when you're around a negative person who has the tendency to look for a slight mistakes or fault in everything, think about 5 things that you are grateful for right now. That could be something as simple as breathing, and you can even practice some breathing techniques to calm down. Negativity is way easier to give into than positivity. Staying in the good mindset takes a little more effort, but it's definitely not impossible. Step number 4, set boundaries. The thing with negative people is they feed off of nice people. Caring a lot about others people and their own happiness is what makes you a really good person. However, people who do not feel so great about their own lives will try to take the joy right out of yours. So be careful. If you ever seen the movie called Troy's, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Setting boundaries is one of the best ways you can draw a line at what you won't tolerate. It's hard at first, and if you are dealing with a particularly difficult person, it might seem impossible. But putting up boundary is the only way negative people will know how far they can go. Otherwise, they will push and push until you completely lose it. Step number 5, ground yourself. When you are in the mindset of negativity, work on staying grounded. Grounding yourself allows you to stay present and helps you clear your mind. If you find you take on other people's emotions and feel negatively strongly from others, grounding yourself will allow you to separate from it all. Here's how to ground yourself. Close your eyes if you can. Plant your feet firmly on the ground. Take a deep breath. Think about what you hear. Think about what you smell. Breathe in good thoughts and breathe out bad ones. Step 6. Work on being more resilient. When it comes to dealing with negative people, resilience is an invaluable tool to have. It allows you to bounce back from anything, no matter how awful. However, it's not always easy to be resilient, especially when you are in the heat of the moment. During the rough moments, resilience is about not giving up or not giving in. Negativity can eat away at your soul if you allow it, but resilience is there to prevent that. Being resilient is about having faith in yourself to push through anything and the amount of mental strength to fight back the negative thoughts. Whenever you have tough moments that test you, work on staying strong. Tell yourself you will get through this no matter what, and you won't go down without a fight. Telling yourself these things will help you build up your resilience so you can bounce back quicker every single time you are faced with a difficult situation. Step number 7. Do not give in to the negative talk. I know it's usually a lot easier to just go along with what other people are saying, even if you do not agree with them. Speaking up and telling them that they are wrong is not always the best option. Let's be honest, it can cause uncomfortable conflict, and it's hard to find that line between being a jerk and speaking your truth. But once you start to let that person talk negatively to you, they will think it's just acceptable. And sure, sometimes complaining about something unfair is acceptable. The moment it's not, it's when it's happened quite often and it starts to get under your skin. Obviously, pick your battles. Just do not give it in to all negative talk. Sometimes all a negative person needs is someone to put them in their place or shine a light on their thinking. It can actually be beneficial for them if they are willing to see it though. Avoiding giving into negative talk will help you keeping your own thoughts positive because you refuse to allow them in. Step number 8. Think about how you can grow from this situation. Everything in life can be a learning opportunity depending on how you look at it. The situation you are in right now won't last for sure. Time goes on and things morph into something else. Whatever is bugging the crap out of you today will be a distant memory 3 months from now. So, with that in mind, think about how you can grow from this moment. What is this person and the situation you are in is trying to teach you? Maybe that's how to treat others people. Or knowing how to be aware that your own comments can negatively affect other people. Thinking of the situation as a learning curve can teach your view on it, which can keep you staying positive throughout it. Step number 9, don't be afraid. Get out. If you really want to be able to stay positive around negative people, you need to take a stand. No one should have to tolerate a toxic environment. And trying to stay positive around people who are doing their best to bring you down is not always worth it. At the end of the day, it comes down to your mental well-being. What a lot of people have to do is just to take themselves out of that equation. So don't think that you have to endure the crappy people and it has to be a part of your life. No. It's totally okay to realize this fight is not worth fighting anymore.